Hi everyone, welcome back to Sally's Take and happy Halloween. So for this video, let's firstly address that I am a softie, but sometimes I do want to watch something slightly scary to get into the Halloween spirit. So I have compiled a list of films for my fellow faint-hearted chickens out there so we can get a controllable amount of spookiness together so we don't skip showering or looking into mirrors for 3 days after watching a horror movie. To measure the level of horror, I will rank it by using a pumpkin system. So there's 5 pumpkins, and the least amount of pumpkin means the less scarier it gets. Number 1, Zombieland. This is a film about zombies, of course, and it's set after zombies have taken over the world and focuses on this group of weird, random people, including Jesse Eisenberg and Emma Stone, who decided to stick together to keep each other company during the apocalypse. I'd say it's more of a comedy rather than a horror, and the sequel is not too bad as well. So if you have time, binge it. It will be a really fun ride, and I'd give this half a pumpkin. Number 2, Corpse Bride. This is an animation about a guy who is getting married, but he's too nervous, so he decided to practice his vows in the forest near his bride-to-be's house. However, horror struck when he accidentally married and said vows to a corpse bride. This is kind of like a fun, light watch with an interesting premise, and it's voiced by no other than Tim Burton's favorite duo, Johnny Depp and Helena Bonham Carter. So if you haven't watched this one, give it a go. I would give this about half a pumpkin. Number 3, Black Swan. This is kind of more on the psychological thriller side. It's about a ballerina who is going after the lead role in a show, but she was only capable of showing the innocent side of the character. So the whole film is kind of about her endeavors into the dark side of her personality and psyche, so she can portray like a more rounded character. And it's a really great film to watch, but mind you, it is quite stressful and uneasy at times. And it might be a little more scary than the first 2 films I talked about, so I'd give this about 2 pumpkins. Number 4, we have Crimson Peak. This story is about a woman who married this rich-ass man and ended up moving to his house. Well, his house is kind of a manor. But turns out she's been experiencing some weird stuff in the manor. Her husband's sister is acting very suspicious while she's getting iller by the day and seeing some spirits in the manor. This one is so beautifully done. The plot twist in the end is so amazing and mind-blowing, at least for me. And I think you would really appreciate its gothic aesthetic as well. So I would give this about a 2.5 pumpkin. Number 5, Rebecca. This is also kind of a similar story to Crimson Peak. So if you have watched Crimson Peak, maybe you'd like Rebecca or vice versa. This is quite an old film though. It's about this young, innocent lady who married a widow and moved to his home. But the house is a little weird. The housekeeper is weird and still very attached to the old wife. And there's still a lot of mystery surrounding what happened to his previous wife. And I think I'd give this about 1 pumpkin. Number 6, we have Bram Stoker's Dracula. If you're looking for a vampire movie, say no more. No need to watch Twilight this season because we have this movie. This version of Dracula is about an estate agent who went to a Transylvanian castle because the owner wanted to purchase land in England. The owner turns out to be Count Dracula, who had relations and bad intentions for the man and the man's fiance. I highly recommended this film because the style, the editing, and aesthetic is so on point. The cast is amazing as well, so I'd say this is like the right amount of spookiness, and I will give this about 1 pumpkin. Number 7, Sweeney Todd. You are in for a ride for this one. I don't really know how to explain this film without giving spoilers, and I think you should go into Tim Burton's movies in general, not knowing anything about it. But basically, this is about a failed barber who decided to change his professions slightly. Yeah, that's all I'm gonna say for now. It's a musical film, but the musical aspect is not overwhelming or annoying for you non-musical lovers out there, and the storyline is really interesting. I'd give this about 1 pumpkin. Number 8, we have more of a contemporary movie. It is called Befriending the Dark Web. Now, this film I would not watch alone. It is shot in an interface format, but it's done so cleverly that you still kind of freak out about it. It is about this man who got a secondhand laptop, and he was using this laptop to have a little game night with his friends through Skype. But things took a really dark turn when he discovered the owner of the laptop and who the owner is connected with, and now his and his friend's life are in danger. This one is slightly scary, so I would rate this about 3 pumpkins since I was kind of afraid of my own laptop and was afraid to pee alone after watching this movie. Number 9, we have Beetlejuice. Just like other Tim Burton movies, I feel like it would be best to go into it not knowing anything, but I'll say that it is about a couple of ghosts, like they're a married couple, who want to get their home back, but they aren't scary enough to haunt the house or scare people away, so they kind of seek help from another ghost named Beetlejuice. It's a classic Tim Burton movie and very kooky, weird, campy kind of horror. It's just so fun to watch because the editing is still kind of shit, but it really suits his aesthetic. So if you haven't watched this one, definitely give it a go. I give it about half a pumpkin. That is it for my list of horror movies for softies. I hope this list is not too generic. I really try to do my research considering that I'm not a horror movie expert at all. And sorry for not uploading for quite a while. School has been really crazy this semester. Anyway, thanks for watching and I hope to see you really, really soon.